In this lesson, we are going to learn Python list. So I'm going to define a list of grocery item, and the name is grocery underscore list. Lists are written in square brackets. Inside, we write the items separated by commas. In the grocery list, we have egg, rice, bread, sugar, and that's it. Let's print the list and run the program. We can see the entire list on the terminal window. We can access individual elements of a list using index. After the name of the list, type a set of square brackets and inside type the index. For example, 0 gives us the first element, which is egg. Index 1 gives us the second element, which is rice. If we write -1, we will get the last item, and -2 will give the second last item. That means negative index value allows us to access the list from this direction. Instead of one item at a time, we can get a range of values starting from a particular index. For example, 2 colon gives item starting at index 2 and till end. And colon 2 is for item starts at index 0 till 2. However, it doesn't include the item that is at index 2. It will give us the items at index 0 and index 1. If we keep the starting value empty, by default it starts from 0. That means from the starting point. And if we want to start from index 1 and get items till the end of the list, we have to type 1 colon. If we keep it empty here, by default it gives us all of the elements. When we are interacting with the list using index, it doesn't change the actual list. Let's print the list here to see if the actual list is changing or not. We can see the grocery list hasn't changed. Let's modify it more. This time we're writing 1 colon 2. It means item starting at index 1 till item at index 2. However, it doesn't include the item at index 2. So we are getting only rice on the terminal window. Suppose we want to replace an item from the list. It is very easy. We can do it using the index. At index 1, we want to replace this value with oil. Let's run this program. We can see rice was at index 1. Now oil is at index 1. We have been working with strings since the beginning of this lesson. Don't think that lists work with string only. Let's create a numeric list named price. And these are the values, all numeric. We want to find out the maximum price from this list. To do it, we declare a variable max, and then we use the index to store the first value of the list in this variable. So we are now using what we have learned few minutes ago. That is how to use the index to find a specific value from the list. Actually, we don't know which one is the maximum. Here we are assuming that the first value is maximum. Now we have to iterate through this list to find out the maximum value. And for iteration, we use for loop. So for, then take a variable, let's call it value, in price, then the colon, and we're inside of this for loop. So what is going to happen here is, in every iteration, one item will be stored in this value variable. That means we can use if statement. If value is more than max, that means the price which is more than our current maximum value, then we will replace the existing value with new maximum value. And that's it. Exit from this for loop and print the max. Run the program, and here you go. 15 is the maximum value. So that's all for this lesson. Let's go to the next lesson.